Most people think you need $1 million to feel secure. The truth? All it takes is $10,000. That's it. And today, I'm going to show you why hitting that number changes everything about your money and your future. Because 10K isn't just a number. It's the golden milestone that flips the script on your finances forever. Think about it. How would your life feel different right now if you had $10,000 sitting in your account? Would you stress less? Would you finally feel like you're getting ahead? For most people, 10K is the difference between living paycheck to paycheck and finally being in control. Most people believe financial freedom only starts once you're rich. But here's the truth. The first 10K is where everything changes. Why? Because before 10K, money feels like sand slipping through your fingers. After 10K, you realize money can be a tool, a shield, a weapon, and an opportunity creator. And this isn't just theory. I've seen people's entire outlook on life change when they hit their first $10,000. Suddenly, instead of reacting to emergencies, they're planning for opportunities. Instead of living in constant stress, they now have confidence. Today, I'll break it all down. Why 10K matters, how to get there faster, what to do once you hit it, and why that first 10K creates unstoppable momentum toward wealth. So let's start with, why is 10K such a big deal? Let's break it into 4 reasons. First, security. 10K is enough to handle most emergencies, car repairs, medical bills, sudden job loss. You're not panicking, you're prepared. Imagine the peace of mind knowing that you don't have to swipe a credit card every time life happens. 2. Confidence. Seeing 5 figures in your account is powerful. It proves to you that you can save and you can build wealth. It's a psychological shift. Once you see it, you never want to go back. 3. Momentum. The first 10K feels slow. It's just natural process. But after that, things accelerate. Why? Because you've built the saving habits, and now compounding starts doing the heavy lifting. 4. Options. 10K doesn't make you rich, but it gives you choices. You can invest, you can pay down debt, you can even take risks like moving cities for a better job or starting a side hustle. Remember, options equals freedom. Think about it like this. If $0 is financial rock bottom and $1,000 is a life jacket, then $10,000 is the launch pad. It's where you stop playing defense and start playing offense with your money. So how do you actually reach 10K? Let's look at the numbers. If you saved $5 a day, that would be $1,800 at the end of the year. $10,000 in about 5.5 years. But let's say you increase it a bit. If you invested $15 a day, that would become $5,400 at the end of the year, and you'd reach $10,000 in just under 2 years. But if you saved $500 a month, that would be $6,000 at the end of the year. You would reach $10,000 in 20 months. That's 4 short of 2 years. But here's the truth. Most people never get there because they rely on willpower alone. The secret is building systems. So first, you should automate it. Have money move to your savings the same day your paycheck hits. That way you won't be tempted to buy anything. If you don't see it, you won't spend it. Step 2, use something I'd like to call found money. That could be bonuses that you get from work, tax refunds, side hustle income. Don't blow it. Put it towards your 10K goal. Step 3, let's cut the leaks. Subscriptions you forgot about, eating out too much. These add up fast, and redirect that money into your savings. Step 4, increase your income. Even an extra $200 to $300 a month can shave years off your timeline. Think delivery apps, freelancing jobs, flipping items like couches online, or learning a new skill to boost your career. Let me give you a real-life example. I know someone who drove Uber 2 nights a week and delivered DoorDash on weekends. They earned that extra $400 to $500 a month. It took them from zero to $10,000 in just 18 months. It wasn't glamorous work, but it was freedom money. And that's really all that matters in the end. Now let's talk about this mental shift. Money is 20% math, 80% psychology, and hitting $10,000 rewires your brain. Before $10,000, every bill feels like an attack. Every unexpected expense feels like a setback. You're in constant survival mode, and it seems like you just can't catch a break. But after $10,000, you start to breathe easier. You're not so worried about every little expense. You start making strategic moves instead of desperate ones. That is what psychologists call the wealth effect. Once you experience stability, your brain shifts from survival to growth. Think about it like this. If you've ever lived paycheck to paycheck, you're already going to know what I'm going to say. You know the anxiety, but once you hit $10,000, you start thinking about opportunities instead of emergencies. That's when you shift from how do I get through the month to how do I grow my future. Living paycheck to paycheck isn't the plan, and that shift is priceless if you want to succeed in this financial freedom game. So let's say you've done it. You've hit the magical 10K. What's the next move? Well, here's how to split it up. First, emergency fund, 30 to 50%. Keep 3K to 5K liquid in a high-yield savings account. That's your financial shield. Next, debt payoff, which is going to be 20 to 30%. If you have high-interest credit card debt, this is the time to crush it. Every dollar you pay down is a guaranteed return. Next, investing, 20 to 40%. Put money into index funds, ETFs, or retirement accounts. This is where your money starts working harder than you do. Last, opportunities. It's optional, but everyone loves more options, right? Want to take a course to boost your career? Start a side hustle? With $10,000 as a foundation, you can invest in opportunities without fear. And the best part about it, these opportunities can make you more than what you were already doing. The golden rule, don't blow it. 10K is not fun money. It's not time to upgrade your car or buy a new TV. 10K is the foundation of freedom. Protect it, build on it, and let it open doors for you. Don't touch it, and make sure it stays where it's set. Now here's the beautiful part about hitting 10K. It builds momentum. The first 10K is slow because you're learning discipline, but the next 10K comes faster. As the next after that, you guessed it, even faster. Why? Because you built habits, systems, and discipline, and now compounding takes over. For example, if you invest 10K at 7% return, in 10 years, it becomes 20K, even if you never add another dime. But if you keep adding $500 a month, in 10 years, you'll have over $85,000. In 20 years, nearly $250,000. That's a house. And it all started with that first 10K. That's why I call it the golden number. It's not the finish line you're after, it's the ignition switch. Now, let's talk about the biggest mistakes people make before hitting 10K, because I want you to avoid these traps and get ahead of 99% of the people that don't follow these rules. Mistake number one is thinking that it has to happen overnight. 10K is a marathon, not a sprint. If you expect it in 3 months, you'll burn yourself out and be stressed to the point where you don't even want to do it anymore. But with steady habits, you'll get there. Mistake number two people make is lifestyle creep. Every time you get a raise or a side hustle payout, you upgrade your spending, or you go treat yourself instead of staying down, staying locked in, and delaying gratification. You're spending instead of saving. That $300 a month could be your ticket to $10,000 faster. Don't blow it on takeout or new gadgets that you don't care about in a few weeks. Mistake number three, ignoring debt. Some people try to save and invest while still carrying high interest debt. But if you're paying 20% interest on a credit card, that's crushing your progress. Clear the toxic debt first, then build. Don't work harder, work smarter. Mistake number four is not tracking your progress. If you're not watching your money, chances are it's slipping away. Track your net worth monthly. Even if it's only a small upward climb, seeing that growth keeps you motivated and it keeps you focused on the goal at hand. Make sure you always check every now and then just so you can make sure you know what you're doing. Mistake number 5 is quitting too early. This is the hardest part. Most people give up after saving $2,000 or $3,000. Some even give up halfway at the goal with $5,000. But the magic is at $10,000. Remember that and stay locked in. I promise it'll be worth it. Let's talk about something exciting for a moment. $10K isn't the end. It's just the beginning. Think about $10,000 as your financial foundation. Once you've built it, scaling becomes easier because you already have the habits, you already trust yourself with money, you've proven you can delay gratification. Now here's the roadmap I'm going to lay out for you. From $10,000 to $50,000, this stage is all about consistency. Keep automating your savings and investing. With compound growth and steady contributions, you'll cross $50K in just a few years. From $50K to $100, at this point, investing is doing the heavy lifting. Your money starts making more money than you could with just cutting expenses. That's when you feel the true power of wealth building. And from there, it becomes an addiction. You just want to keep compounding and keep seeing your money grow. From 100K onward, this is where options explode. Real estate, bigger investments, maybe even starting your own business. But it all starts with the confidence and habits you built chasing the first 10K. Remember, the hardest 10K is the first one. After that, the snowball rolls faster. What once felt impossible becomes inevitable. So here's the bottom line. $10,000 won't make you rich overnight, but it will change your life. It's the line between stress and stability, between constant survival and finally moving toward freedom. If you're at zero, don't get discouraged. Start with $500, then $1,000, then $2,500. Each milestone matters, but makes 10K your non-negotiable goal, because once you hit it, the doors to investing, confidence, and opportunity swing wide open. So let me ask you, how close are you to your first 10K? Drop it in the comments. I want to hear your journey. If this gave you value, hit that like button, subscribe for more financial freedom strategies, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. Because remember, the hardest money you'll ever save is your first $10,000. But once you do, your journey to financial independence truly begins. I'll see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching.